While he was saying these things to them, a synagogue official or an official synagogue official came and bowed before him and said, "My daughter has just died, but come and lay your hand on her and she will live." Talking about resurrection to newness of life and all that stuff. Jesus got up and following him, and so his disciples and a woman who had been suffering from a hemorrhage for 12 years came up behind him and touched the fringe of his cloak. For she was saying to herself, "If only I touch his garment, I will get well." But Jesus, turning and seeing her, said, "Daughter, take courage, your faith has made you well." At once the woman was made well. When Jesus came into the official's house and saw the flute players and the crowd in noisy disorder, he said, "Leave, for the girl has not died, but is asleep." And they began laughing at him. But when the crowd had been sent out, he entered and took her by the hand, and the girl got up. The news spread throughout all that land. As Jesus went on from there, two blind men followed him, crying out, "Have mercy on us, Son of David." When he entered the house, the blind men came up to him, and Jesus said to them, "Do you believe that I am able to do this?" They said, "Yes." They said to him, "Yes, Lord." Then he touched their eyes, saying, "It shall be done to you according to your faith." And their eyes were opened, and Jesus sternly warned them, "See that no one knows this." But they went out and spread the news about him throughout all that land. As they were going out, a mute demon-possessed man was brought to him. After the demon was cast out, the mute man spoke, and the crowds were amazed, saying, "Nothing like this has ever been seen in Israel." But the Pharisees were saying, "He casts out demons by the ruler of demons." Jesus was going through all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues. That's before he was kicked out of their synagogues. It says anybody that professes Jesus, is what they said, was kicked out of the synagogue. Teaching in their synagogues and proclaiming the gospel of the kingdom and healing every kind of disease and every kind of sickness. Seeing the people, he felt compassion for them because they were distressed and dispirited, like sheep without a shepherd. Then he said to his disciples, "The harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. Therefore beseech the Lord of the harvest to send out workers into his harvest." So, there's the idea that death is not to be taken as seriously as spiritual death. So he's teaching in the synagogues, and an official from the synagogue came to him, and he said, "Come and lay your hand on her." So he was telling Jesus what to do. Jesus got up and went, Woman came up and apparently had more faith. Just touched his garment. Suffering for 12 years. And then he comes to the official's house. And I'm believing this is the first resurrection there. Some of you may be familiar with the idea that twelve is like 12 on a clock. There's got 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then it starts again anew. So there's the thought about that. Of course, the idea in the Bible that 12 is significant. Time of something new. So you just ask them, and then two blind men follow him. He says, "Have mercy on us." So they got the faith to ask, and instead of waffling around and saying, "Well, I'm just miserable," they say, "Have mercy." That's even better. It gets better, as it goes on. The first man says, come with me. Come and she will live. The second one, if I just touch, if I only touch his garment, I will get well. The next one, the two blind men, have mercy on us. He says, it shall be done according to your faith. See that no one knows. And they told about him. Got the blind seeing. Demon-possessed man who was mute, couldn't speak. Follows in order. Sight or understanding comes before speech. So he's teaching in their synagogues, proclaiming the good news, which is probably the best way to translate it, of the kingdom. You notice that there's no good news about the kingdom. So it's not nowadays, so it's not good news. All you got to do is listen to Jeff and Caroline yoke to Jesus, whatever they're calling themselves now. And you know that there really is no good news. Because I think if it's good news, yeah, I would understand it to be good news. I might not like it, I might like it. All it is with them is bad news. And, guy I call Louisiana hot sauce, it's bad news with him. He doesn't have anything to say, he just wants to cause problems. It's bad news. That is. This is good news that it's written about here.